hang it up, hang it up. I'm not being biased. If I'm 100, if Tank got his ass whooped, I'm gonna say, you know what? He got his ass whooped.
You know, that Tank is over. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way.
This former world champion boxer is accusing Gervonta Davis of ruining the sport.
Floyd Mayweather has disclosed the reason behind Gervonta Davis's demise, stating that Tank's most recent bout with Lamont Roach amply demonstrates that he has lost his charisma and lacks the will to become one of the world's top boxers.
His ass whooped. Easy fight from what I see. And did the guy come out aggressive? I'll say it probably was 4 rounds the guy could have got. But 8 rounds, he's getting outboxed. Turn. The name of the game is boxing. The name of the game is not slugging. Because when the fight game is over, when boxing is all over, and you hang it up like me.
Tank, in the meantime, in an interview, Davis publicly stated that he believes Floyd Mayweather never wanted any fighter to be better than him. This sentiment reflects Davis's view of Mayweather's attitude towards possible successors in the boxing world. The dynamics between a mentor and protege can be complicated, particularly when the protege's success starts to rival that of the mentor. According to Davis's remark, ATT tension stems from rivalry and the desire to preserve legacy.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like a
The last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate or like
Yeah.
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Former world champion Holly Mulkey has attacked John Davis, claiming that Tank has destroyed boxing. Molly's remarks reveal a larger conversation about boxing's current status and the impact of modern competitors on the sport. These criticisms are frequently motivated by worries about boxing's commercialization and apparent departure from its traditional values. Melly's viewpoint contributes to the continuing discussion over the future of contemporary boxing.
This former world champion boxer is accusing Gervonta Davis of ruining the sport. What do you guys think? And who do you think the former world champion is? It's none other than Paulie Malignaggi, or I don't know how to say his name honestly. I just know that he had that whole thing with Conor McGregor, and then he couldn't even beat Artem Lobov in bare knuckle boxing. So take his words with a grain of salt. But obviously, I do agree with him to some extent. Gervonta Davis has all the skills in the world, but he's not taking the most competitive fights, you know? Lamont Roach, if he had made 4 or 5 defenses at 135, you'd be selling me a little bit. I'd be curious. But no, you're just recycling the same champion. You're not even progressive. You're killing the sport to line your pockets. I defend the sport. I want the best matchups possible. You're not going to entertain me with the B-level matchups just because they're pay-per-views, which makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I'm not paying for it. You know, I'm going to stream it like I would think most people are. But yeah, Gervonta Davis, I wouldn't say he's ruining the sport. I think Floyd Mayweather ruined the sport because every boxer after him just wants to get the easiest fight with the most amount of money.
According to experts, Floyd Mayweather was envious of Tank Davis. This accusation suggests that their relationship may have been strained, and that Mayweather's competitive mentality may have permeated his mentoring role outside of the ring. Mentors' jealousy conflicts can arise in protege relationships, particularly when the mentor's legacy is threatened by the protege's growing popularity.
You actually need to be thankful that your product got pushed out there, because had it not been, Tank might have been fighting in rinky-dink boxing clubs, bruh. We may have never got the opportunity to know who Tank Davis really was. So let's go ahead and start there. Now, Tank, early on, you heard him. He only getting about 10 racks a fight. Floyd is making it to where Yeah, I'm gonna get your mama out this hood, but I'm gonna have you on your knees crawling back to me. You feel me? You're gonna have to get in where you fit in to really earn this bag the same way I did. But what I think was happening was I think that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was getting a little tad bit jealous of Tank. He saw the potential. He knew what dude was capable of. And when you got a fighter like Tank Davis, you don't put him in a position to take a L. You put him in a position to win every fight, to grow the brain. Ultimately, this is your product. Ultimately, you're getting money off of this.
Many fans were disappointed with Gervonta Davis's fight against Roach and questioned his boxing prowess. Concerns regarding Davis's readiness and skill level were raised by the observer's observation that a relatively unknown boxer, Roach, was able to provide a serious challenge to Davis. Tank Davis versus Lamar Roach goes on because Gap has spurred conversations regarding Davis's training regimen focus and future possibilities in the sport, and both fans and analysts are now reevaluating their expectations of Davis's career trajectory.
So Tank Davis versus Lamar Roach goes to a majority decision draw, with Tank retaining his WBA lightweight title. Now, I did not score this fight a draw. I had it 7-5 to Lamar Roach. I thought he had the ring generalship and effective pressure. He was landing the jab and effective combinations. Tank, as usual, had a very low output, and he was relying on one big shot. I gave Roach the first 3 rounds, Tank the next 3 rounds, and then Roach 4 the last 6 rounds to win the fight. Not to mention, Tank did take a knee in the middle of the fight. By rule, that should have been considered a knockdown. Yes, it was to get his mouthpiece, and that's why they didn't rule it a knockdown. But anytime a fighter takes a knee, that's a knockdown. And that would have given Roach 1 more point to win the fight. Now, I'm sure they'll run it back. Lamar Roach absolutely deserves a rematch. He just had the fight of his life. He wasn't scared to go toe-to-toe with Tank. Landing his combinations, the bigger counters, and the more effective shots. He definitely deserves a second payday. Now, the co-main event, Gary Antoine Russell put on an amazing performance. I think he won 11 or 12 rounds against Ryan Valenzuela. Great hand speed, good combinations, masterclass to win the WBA title. And then in the featured bout, Alberto Puello beat Sandor Martin to retain his WBC title. He landed the cleaner left hands, definitely won the last 2 to 3 rounds to edge the fight. But overall, good card. I do think Roach won the fight though.
According to Adrian Broner, Gervonta Davis confided in him about his displeasure with the support he received. Broner said he was unable to share specifics until Davis decided to speak out. But this revelation suggests that Davis may have felt uneasy about certain aspects of his career from the beginning. These negative emotions can affect a fighter's performance and mental health, highlighting how crucial a supporting atmosphere is in professional sports.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
I hope you're driven by making his financial information public. Davis has revealed matchup revenues that Floyd Mayweather had previously kept confidential. Davis wants to demonstrate his autonomy and openness. This action goes against boxing conventions, which typically keep money problems private.
No, I haven't talked to him about it, but we talked about it before. We talked about it a few times. But now that he is doing his own thing, I hope the best for him. I hope he is big as the world. I don't care. I just want to do good.
He keeps alluding that there was something wrong there, that he wasn't happy with the support that he was getting. Is there something there from what he's saying, from what your relationship with him?
That's not really for me to come out and talk about. I'll wait until he's comfortable with saying and letting people know his business. But now that he's on his own, I hope Lord.
Following their split, Gervonta Davis called Floyd Mayweather's treatment of him toxic implying that Mayweather's activities had harmed his growth both personally and professionally. The word toxic connotes a detrimental setting that impeded Davis's development. Such descriptions have the power to shape public opinion and highlight the difficulties sportsmen encounter in maintaining professional relationships.